Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jeff with StriveScan on behalf of the Hawaii ACAC. Welcome to our virtual college fair this afternoon. We have 6 institutions presenting. They are Penn State, American University of Paris, University College Dublin, McDaniel College, Lafayette College, and IE University in Spain. As a reminder, as an attendee, your cameras are off and your microphones are muted. You can ask questions at any time below the bottom of your screen via the Q&A box. Without further ado, I will turn it over to Penn State University. Take it away.
Thank you so much, Jeff, and thank you for everyone that's here joining all of our wonderful institutions this afternoon. I'm just going to take a couple of seconds to bring up my slide here. So hopefully you are all seeing this. Okay, so again, thank you so much for joining all of us. My name is Isabel, and I am an admissions counselor here at Penn State, as well as the out-of-state recruiter that works primarily with students from Hawaii. So I'm going to share my email address at the very end. So after today, if you have any follow-up questions and you want to learn more about Penn State and the admissions process for our school, always feel free to reach out to me, and I'm more than happy to help answer your questions and work with you one-on-one. So just a little bit about Penn State. We are in the Big Ten Conference, so we are able to offer our students not just the highest quality academics, but also a ton of school spirit and school pride, big time sports. We are Division I at our main campus and Division III at several of our smaller campuses. We have amazing resources and opportunities and incredible inside and outside of the classroom experiences to make sure that your college years aren't just academically and intellectually rewarding, but truly years that you are going to remember and treasure for the rest of your life. As you can see, Penn State is ranked in the top 1% out of all colleges and universities throughout the globe. We are a Research One university, allocating over $1 billion in undergraduate research expenditures annually. And what this means, is that we're able to provide research opportunities for our students in all fields of study, not just the STEM fields, as early as your freshman year. We also have the largest living alumni network in the world, and we take great pride in this, of course. So we focus very heavily on setting our students up for success after graduation. We offer a top-ranked career services center, numerous career fairs throughout the year, including our university-wide fair, which is attended by nearly every Fortune 500 company, and it has a waiting list for employers, not for students, but for employers to participate in that career fair. And we also have innovation hubs in all of our campuses, which help to support our students that have entrepreneurial endeavors and dreams. We have over 300 study abroad programs. We have shorter ones that usually take place over winter or spring break. And then we have the more traditional semester abroad, full year abroad. We have over 275 different academic programs and over 1,200 student clubs and activities. So there's not going to be any want from you for things to participate in and get involved in on campus. We're most well known for our business, engineering, nursing, and science programs, but we have so much more than that. We have creative performing arts, agricultural sciences, information sciences, liberal arts, education, and much more than that. All right, and in case you aren't familiar with where we are in Pennsylvania, here we are in the East Coast. I believe I have one other colleague with me here tonight that is also from Pennsylvania, from the center of our state, which is also where our University Park campus is located. We're about 3 to 4 hours to cities like Philly, Pittsburgh, New York City, Baltimore, and Washington, D.C. So a really great East Coast location if you wanted a little bit of a change of pace and change of scenery from where you are at the moment. And I would say the most unique thing about Penn State is our many campus locations and our 2+2 plan. So we have over 20 different campus locations, as you can see here, which offer a huge variety of campus sizes, locations, and cost. But always keep in mind, we are one university, one transcript, one diploma. Our 2+2 plan allows students in almost any of our degree programs the flexibility to start their Penn State career at any campus, and you will complete the final 2 years of degree at the specific ending campus that offers your degree. So yes, while we have our large campus University Park, you also have smaller campus options. You have choices from being in a college town or a more urban environment, small town, near farms. We have a lot of opportunities and options for you to choose from. But always keep in mind, no matter what campus or campuses you attend, you'll receive the same high quality Penn State education, and ultimately your transcript and your diploma will say the Pennsylvania State University. Now, we have a fairly straightforward application process, which is great. We don't require any essays. We don't require any letters of recommendation as part of our general Penn State app. And we are test optional through 2023, and hopefully, possibly beyond that as well. So the only thing you'll need to submit for a complete application for us is an online application and a self-reported academic record. We have our own application through our My Penn State portal, but we're also on the Common App and we're on the Coalition. Please keep in mind we have an early action deadline of November 1st. It's a non-binding deadline, and we always recommend students to try and apply and complete their application by that November 1st deadline, just to maximize your chances of admission. Now, if you walk away from anything in this very brief presentation from me, please know that you have a really wonderful opportunity to become a part of a huge network of incredibly successful, very proud, and very happy alumni of Penn State. So they're all going to be really excited to open a lot of doors for you as well as a fellow Penn Stater. Now, if you, like I said at the beginning, want to know more about anything I quickly mentioned and just want to reach out, introduce yourself perhaps, and ask me any questions, here is my email address. There's also our general admissions email address there as well. And if you're interested in attending, let's say, any virtual campus tours, which are led live over Zoom by our team of wonderful student tour guides, please visit our experience page here. And I hope I hear from several of you after tonight. Thank you so much.
Thanks very much. Again, students, don't forget you can ask questions of any of the institutions before or after they present. And if they don't get the answers to you before we're done, they will get to you later. They do get a transcript. Next up, we have American University of Paris.
Bonjour, my name is Jen Boucher, and I'm the Assistant Director of Admissions with the American University of Paris. I'm also based in California, so if you ever have any questions, I'm in a much closer time zone than Paris, of course, so always feel free to reach out, and there's my email address right there. AUP is an urban, private, liberal arts university. We are located in the heart of Paris, France, in the same neighborhood, the 7th arrondissement, as the Eiffel Tower. We are indeed an American university. All classes are in English. We offer 4-year semester system, fully accredited American degrees, but we're just located in Paris. We have over 1,000 students from 100 countries. So no matter what class you're taking, you're going to have classes filled with students from all over the world, all different backgrounds, beliefs, nationalities, ethnicities, and ways of life. About half our students do come from the US, but at the same time, many do speak multiple languages, have multiple citizenships, have a desire for a global career. So all in all, our students enter AUP internationally minded. 16 is the average class size, 9-to-1 is the student to professor ratio. And just like our students, our faculty come from all over the world, about 30 countries in their case, and 70% of our faculty speak 3 or more languages. We have 26 majors and 39 minors in the fields of business, politics, communications, arts, and humanities with an international emphasis. We're also big on experiential learning and interdisciplinary education, so you could find some classes taking you out into the city to explore. This is a map of our campus. As you know, we are located in the 7th arrondissement, the 7th neighborhood in Paris, France. The Eiffel Tower is in the same neighborhood, directly to the left. Haute-Vallée, where Napoleon's buried, is to the right, and those circled buildings are where the campus is located. If you were to walk across campus, it's roughly a 10-minute walk, but typically between classes, it's a 5 or 10-minute walk between. So everything's very condensed. We're also an open urban campus, so we're surrounded by various businesses, museums, cafes, restaurants, and departments. We have tons of events, clubs, activities, but my personal favorite event of the year is called the World's Fair. This is very similar to a college fair, but every table is a different country with food from their homeland. So bon appetit. Study trips are also incredible. These are where students travel all over the world with their professor and classmates to experience what they're learning in the classroom in person. We have trips like Shakespeare in London, psychology in Cairo, film in the Netherlands, art in Venice, or politics in Israel. Those are academic trips, but we also offer non-academic trips called cultural excursions. Those are fun trips mainly throughout France that range from a theater performance or perfume making class in Paris to visiting cities and regions like Normandy and Nice for the weekend. Housing is a little bit unique compared to most universities. Instead of the dorm with the RA and the meal plan, we have a housing office that will find and furnish residences for our students. The type of housing will vary by semester, but in years past, we've used apartments. We've actually recently converted hotels into resident halls or used the smaller, more traditional resident halls in some cases. Housing is guaranteed and required for freshmen for the first year or for transfer students for the first semester. And instead of students eating at a cafeteria, they can make their own meals or go grocery shopping, eat at the amazing restaurants all over Paris as well. To apply to AUP, you would submit the common application or apply to AUP directly. Either one is perfectly fine with us. These are all of the application materials required, but towards the end, I wanted to highlight the transcripts. 3.3 is the average unweighted GPA, and there's not a required GPA to apply to AUP. And we are test optional, always have been even before COVID-19, with the average SAT at 1265, average ACT at 30. We review applications for both spring and fall admissions, but fall, of course, is where we get most of our applications. All in all, we begin to review applications in mid-November, and we do have rolling admissions. So from that point forward, you should hear a response within about 3 to 4 weeks. We have 20,000 alumni in 145 countries all over the world. So if you're looking for a global career, AUP could be an amazing starting point for you. This also includes these wonderful stats of 94% are in grad school or have a job within 1 year of graduation. 80% report an international element to their career, and 50% report that a professor personally helped them on their career path. So we're a smaller university with that individualized attention and that international emphasis. And that's a wrap from me. And once more, my name is Jen Boucher, based in California. I'm also your admissions counselor, so I'll be helping you from this point all the way through to orientation. So if you ever have any questions, feel free to reach out, call, text, email, all is wonderful. Thank you, merci.
Thanks, Jen. Appreciate that. Next up, we have University College Dublin.
Brilliant. Thanks so much, Jeff. All right. Céad Míle Fáilte. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I'm with University College Dublin, or UCD for short. My name is Chelsea Weaver. I am based in California, and I'm the regional representative for Hawaii and the Western region. Before I talk specifically about UCD, I'd like to start with a few highlights of Dublin and Ireland in general. Lonely Planet voted Ireland the world's friendliest country. According to the Global Peace Index, Ireland is the 10th safest country in the world. Dublin ranks as one of the top 10 best student cities in the world. And it's a very vibrant city as well. Around 50% of the population is under the age of 34. So it's truly a great city for college students. It's also an accessible city in many ways. It's known to be a welcoming place. There's no visa requirement as a full-time undergraduate student from the US. It's an English-speaking country. It's easy to travel around the country, and it's also well connected to mainland Europe. Dublin is a modern capital city and home to almost 1,200 multinational companies like Facebook, Google, Airbnb, Twitter, and many more. And it's a great headquarters for internships and work experience after graduation. An important note on that, if you complete your undergraduate degree in Ireland, you can stay in Ireland for up to 1 year to seek employment and gain work experience. Now a bit about UCD. So we are also ranked within the top 1% of universities worldwide. We were ranked the #1 university in Ireland by the US News and World Report for the 2nd year in a row. We have approximately 19,000 undergraduate students, and nearly 30% of our student body is international. And the majority of our international students come from the US. We have a suburban campus, and in my opinion, it's the perfect size. It's about 350 acres, and we are located just 3 miles south of Dublin city centre. We were also ranked #1 in Ireland for graduate employability for the last 3 years, which of course is a statistic that we are very proud of. Our campus is very similar to a traditional US college campus with all of the amenities that you're used to seeing in the US, so such as a swimming pool, sauna, gym, climbing wall, and various student and academic support services as well. We have libraries throughout our campus dedicated to different academic disciplines. We have many libraries. We have over 130 societies and sports clubs. Pretty much every sport you can think of, and a few of my favorite societies, which of course would be the International Student Society, the Harry Potter Society, the Food Society, and the Traditional Music Society. We have on-campus housing for over 3,000 of our students, and we do seek to guarantee housing for incoming undergraduate international students. So as a first-year international student, as long as you apply by the deadline, you will have on-campus housing. All students stay in a private bedroom with shared living spaces, so you will not have to share a dorm room. And we have food stores, laundry facilities, a pharmacy, and a health center on campus. In Ireland, we refer to majors as courses or programs. It is common to apply directly to the course of your chosen subject, which is known as direct entry. We do not have general education requirements. So if you want to study English and never take a math class again, for example, you don't have to. UCD offers over 70 undergraduate degree courses, which are 3 or 4 years in length, depending on the course. And we offer courses in the following areas, as you can see on the slide. We also have our Liberal Arts and Sciences program, which is our most popular program for US students, as it is most similar to an undecided major and allows you to explore various subjects for your first year or 2 before you choose your chosen subject. We are on the Common app, or you can, of course, apply directly on our website. For 1 application fee, you can apply to up to 4 of our courses. For admission to UCD, we only review academics, so we do not review essays, letters of recommendation, extracurricular activities. We are currently test flexible for the 2021 entry year. Not sure what the future will look like, but we anticipate at least 2022 being the same. However, our more competitive programs do require the SAT or ACT. You can find all of our entry requirements on our website for each of our programs. And we do strongly advise submitting your application before our priority deadline of December 1st, just to ensure that you're able to apply for our more competitive scholarships. We do have about 80% of our international students receive some sort of scholarship, anywhere from 10 to 100% of tuition. Attending college in Ireland is not as expensive as you may think, so please don't rule us out just based on cost. For a point of comparison, UCD is typically more expensive than staying in state for school, but usually less expensive than going out of state or to a private school in the US. We are on the FAFSA and we accept US federal aid. We have a high school summer program that we're hoping to run this year in July, but that information is available on our website. We have a virtual tour as well, so definitely encourage you to check that out. As a reminder, my name is Chelsea, and absolutely feel free to reach out with any questions at any time. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Chelsea. Appreciate that. Next up, we have McDaniel College.
Hi, everyone. My name is Heidi Riegel, and I'm just going to share this with you. And I am the Associate Vice President for Alumni and Admissions at McDaniel, and I'm so glad that you're joining us this afternoon. McDaniel is located in Westminster, Maryland. We're about 1,700 students, and an average class size is about 13, 15 students to a class, and the ratio is about 12:1 students to professors. We're about 30 minutes outside of Baltimore and an hour outside of Washington, D.C. So it's a great location to not only study and do internships, but really get to know the East Coast as well. Part of McDaniel, one of the hallmarks is the McDaniel commitment. It is the center of your education, quite frankly. And I wanted to let you know that all of our admissions requirements are online, so you can check that out there. I just wanted to spend some time talking to you about each of these components. And it starts with My Place, and this is our commitment to you, where you will develop a sense of belonging on campus, you will engage in team building activities, and you'll make connections in beautiful downtown Westminster. This happens this summer before you actually start classes on our campus. And for students who are farther away, you will actually do this experience right before your orientation and classes start in August. So it would be an August experience for all of you. You will be mentored by upperclassmen, professors, and staff, and it allows our students to develop a growth mindset to nurture their personal and intellectual growth over the next 4 years and beyond. We have a My Design that you would take during our January term, and it allows you to explore your strengths, identify your areas of desired improvement, develop goals, and you get to work with our alumni through collaboration, and you do some self-reflection and some connections to learn about how they're utilizing their McDaniel education in their careers. You also have your experience, and it's a hands-on immersive experience, whether you study abroad. McDaniel College owns a campus in Budapest in Hungary, and your financial aid that you receive to come to McDaniel, we travel with you to that campus, or you simply tell us where you would like to study, and we will get you to that place, making sure that all of the credits transfer back and can be put on your McDaniel College transcript as well. You can also engage in community-based learning, intern with a local organization, or conduct cutting-edge research, whether with our professors in our labs here on campus or off campus during summer internship opportunities. And you'll see Jade Enright there, who did an internship at Yale in the School of Medicine there. You wrap it up with My Career, and it's where you would plan for life beyond McDaniel College. And you receive one-on-one coaching through our Center for Experience and Opportunity, where you learn to write your best resumes. You maximize your online networking, so you become LinkedIn experts in the end. And you will also meet with other alumni and professionals to help you. In all of this, we weave your McDaniel plan, where it's a flexible curriculum where you can combine majors and minors to get what you want out of it. And at the same time, you can be involved as a student, whether you are involved in any of our 80 organizations on campus, or you're an athlete. About a third of our students at McDaniel participate in athletics. We're Division III, we have 24 sports, and we are in the Centennial Conference. We offer legacy scholarships at McDaniel. These are valued at $100,000 each. We have alumni legacy, educators legacy, meaning that if you are a child of a parent who works in a K through 12 setting, whether they teach or they're the administrator at that school, you can receive this scholarship. Or military, maybe you have a parent who has served in the military, whether they're active or retired, you can receive that scholarship. If you do not, if you don't fall in any of those categories or any of those buckets to be considered for a legacy scholarship, we do have merit scholarships as well, and they start at $15,000 and go the whole way to $28,000, depending upon the academic credentials that you submit. We are about 40% first generation and 35% American minority on our campus. So it is a campus that's full of students who want to live and learn here. We're highly residential. About 90% of our students live on campus. You're guaranteed housing all 4 years with a variety of housing here on campus. And our professors are the types of professors who want to get to know you and who you are both in and out of the classroom. They will be your biggest fans, whether you are playing in any of our sports arenas or involved in our theater, or maybe having a show in our art gallery. But it truly is a community that cares. Again, my name is Heidi Riegel. I am the Associate Vice President of Alumni and Admissions at McDaniel, and I do recruit your area, Hawaii, and feel free to reach out to me with any questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Heidi. Appreciate that. Next up, we have Lafayette College.
Hi, everyone. My name is Kathleen Williams. I'm going to try to share here. Let's see if I do this. Oh, gosh, it's not starting where I want it to. So let's go back. You can see things backwards now. Let's see. All right, we're going to start this over. I apologize. There we go. So Kathleen Williams, I am the director for admissions for the West Coast for Lafayette College, which means Hawaii is my territory. So happy to be talking with you here today. You're seeing an aerial view of Hawaii. So we're not an island, but we definitely have water near us. That is, you're looking at the Lehigh River. We sit where the Lehigh and Delaware rivers converge. So kind of—
Kathleen,
Yep.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. We cannot see your slides, just so you know.
Oh, geez. Okay. Thank you for interrupting me. I'll see what I can do here again. Darn it. All right. It says that I'm showing them. So let me try again. I'll hit share screen, and then here we go. Are they coming up now? Can you see them? All right, so sorry for the technical problems. You think I would be better at this after a year of COVID, but clearly not. So anyway, that's the aerial picture of Lafayette. Again, I'm Kathleen Williams, the Director of West Coast Admissions at Lafayette. So Lafayette College, we are exactly that, a college, a 4-year institution of undergraduates only. We talk about being an applied liberal arts school. Well, what the heck does that mean? That means that students take what they learn in the classroom and literally apply them to life through externships, internships, and community service. We have 4 divisions. Engineering, which we've been doing for over 150 years, so long before it was cool to be an engineer. We're ranked number 13 in the country in engineering. We have the division of the social sciences, the natural sciences, and the humanities. So over 51 different majors, 10 students to every 1 faculty member, an average class size of 18.6, over 200 clubs and organizations, and we are Division 1. So I think that comes as a surprise to many because of our size, which is roughly 2,500 students. So if you were to Google football rivalries, for example, you will find a top 25 list, and the rivalry, the Lafayette-Lehigh rivalry, is there. The 2 schools have played each other more times than any 2 schools in the nation, having played their 150th game to a sold-out crowd at Yankee Stadium. with the Empire State Building lit up on one side with Lafayette colors and on the other side with Lehigh colors. So you don't have to go to a big school to get big school spirit. In fact, Lafayette is open now, and our fall sports are playing this spring. So I'm really excited to be going to the Lafayette Lehigh game on April the 3rd. I was on campus today welcoming students who were touring, and I am happy to report that we had a lovely 72-degree day, which was pretty awesome. So I know you guys are really used to good weather, but we definitely have it out here as well. Though there is a picture that I will show you of snow because it does snow. So as I said, roughly 2,500 students, they come from all over, including Hawaii. If you are looking for a college experience in the East, where you are going to be part of a community, where your ohana awaits you, that is Lafayette. We are most assuredly a family. You will know your professors. They will know you. You will always be taught by professors because we have no graduate students, which means all opportunities for research are yours and yours alone. This is a picture of downtown Easton. So I wanted to give you a flavor of it. Easton is a town of about 30,000 people. We are equidistant to New York and Philadelphia. You can get to each of them. New York City takes about 2 hours on a bus because the traffic's a little worse. And then to get to Philadelphia is about an hour and a half. Easton itself, the downtown part of it, is very locally owned, which I love. So you're not going to find chain restaurants. You're going to find, people who live in Easton who own the businesses there. For example, my favorite place to go get a double cappuccino is at Quadrant. It's a bookstore in front. I go down a side alley, I walk into a garden, and I go up and order my cappuccino if I'm not staying. Otherwise, I sit and have a lovely breakfast. If you've ever picked up a Crayola crayon, then you know Easton, Pennsylvania, because we are home to the Crayola crayon. So know that you have a connection to us already. To orient you, back here is College Hill. You can walk down some steps or take a shuttle, but to walk to this roundabout, which is home to the oldest Saturday's farmers market in the country, takes you about 15 minutes. Also down here is our downtown arts campus. So that's where our film and media studies students, our fine arts students, and our theater students take their classes. It's where our black box theater is, our cinema, our radio and television stations. Our music students take their classes up on College Hill at the Williams Performing Arts Center. So this is a picture of the Arts Center. One of the majors you could have, of the many we have, is drama. What I want to talk to you about also is return on investment. So why would you fly into to Pennsylvania to go to school? Well, first of all, I want to tell you that to get to Pennsylvania, you are taking a direct flight to either to Newark or to New York City, Newark being the closest. I see that I'm running out of time here because of my technical difficulties. So this is the library. I would love to talk to you about return on investment. We do a holistic review of applications. We're an early decision school and regular decision, but most importantly, I want you to know that Lafayette meets 100% of demonstrated financial need. So no gap. And we also have merit scholarships, full tuition, half tuition, and between 10 and 20,000. As I said, we are open. We look at demonstrated interest, and you can interview now. So thank you so much.
Next, we have IE University Spain.
Hello, everyone. I hope you are doing well today. My name is Micah Trobman, and I'm here to talk to you about IE University, which is located in beautiful Spain. We do have 2 campuses, and I'm also located in Los Angeles, California. I'm from California, but I went to IE, so I'm happy to, reconnect and tell you about my experience. So I did mention we do have 2 campuses. They're both located in Spain. We have our campus in Segovia, which was built in 1218. It's a rural campus. It's up in the mountains. It's amazingly beautiful. It's also a World UNESCO site, so it's protected by the United Nations. And then just a little fun fact, we actually signed an agreement with United Nations and are working on the sustainable development goals. So if you're interested in sustainability, it's a great school to come to. And then we have our other campus in Madrid, which is the capital. It's only 30 minutes by high-speed train from Segovia. We have a new campus that we're going to be opening up in September. It's called the IE Tower. It's the third largest or tallest building in the world and the first and only high-rise university in Europe. The campus is urban. Spain is the second most visited country in the world. It's known for its warm culture. It's vibrant nightlife and beaches. And if you have a passion for travel or languages, this is a great school to look into. We are a smaller, medium-sized university. We're one of the world's most international and diverse schools. Over 75% of our students are coming from abroad. We've got over 140 nationalities, and there's over 45 languages spoken on campus, but everything's taught in English. We like to keep our class sizes small because we are known for our practical teaching methods. So IE is known as an entrepreneurial business school, but don't let that limit you. We have more than just business. We're also known for technology and innovations and humanities. So we are ranked the #1 school in Spain, 7th in Europe, and 18th worldwide. Because we've got so many different partners with high or global companies and Fortune 500 companies with a lot of opportunities for internships, shadowing programs, mentorship programs, that our students will be recruited before they graduate. Over 95% of them have jobs within 6 months, and about 43% of them actually get a job working outside of their country of origin. And I did mention entrepreneurship. We've got an incubator on campus, so think Shark Tank. You're going to be meeting with other entrepreneurs, getting mentorship from them, and about 8% of them will graduate with their own companies. Something that's really important to note too is that IE is one of 88 schools that holds a triple crown. So that basically means if you get a degree from IE, you have access to work anywhere in the world. So if you want to stay in Europe, go to New Zealand, go to Japan, come back to the US, you absolutely have that access. These are going to be our degrees that we offer. We put a lot of research into making sure that what you're going to be studying, those jobs are going to be available for you for many years to come. We have 4-year single degrees as well as dual degrees, which are 5 years. So I know that's a little bit longer than normal, but you are graduating with 2 different degrees. So if someone who wanted to study business, for example, or law, but you don't want to waste your time and have to go back to law school, you can get that extra degree and then kind of decide what route you want to go. So what we really like to do is, even though you're applying straight into one of your degrees, we really want you to build your own path at IE. So one way that we do that is we offer what are called IEU labs. Your first and your second year as an IE student, you actually get to partake in on-campus internships with different companies. They could be startups, they can be international conglomerates that you know by name. And the idea is to build a lot of experience and build your resume. So you can explore what you can do with your degree. If you're studying law, what kind of law field can you go into? So these are just going to be some of the sectors or industries that are divided up. Again, they can be completely unrelated, completely different from year to year. We also offer advanced seminars, so students can take something outside of their program. So you could be interested in technology, but be studying communications. And then we also have an honors program. So the top % of each program actually has networking opportunities with C-suite professionals or CEOs on getting, exposure and experience, and also it's a really great networking opportunity. So you do have a semester or 2 away, and again, it's completely customizable by you. You can do a paid internship abroad because you've got that experience from the IE labs, or you can do an international exchange. So we have over 160 national partnered universities that you can choose to go to, which is really exciting, and most of our students partake in that. Of course, we have an incredible, vibrant campus life. We've got over 125 clubs. And then just this year alone, from January to now, we've got over 1,500 events that have already been conducted on campus and virtually. So these are just a small snapshot of some of the clubs. We highly encourage students to make their own clubs. In fact, one of our students just made the Yes Theory Club, which is, I'm a huge fan of them. So I think that's really cool. And then just to kind of quickly, briefly go over the application process, it's not really going to be any different than what you might be accustomed to here in the US. We've got a lot of people from Hawaii at IE. We are available on the Common App. We have our own website, so whichever you choose is totally fine. We do ask for an admissions test, but it doesn't have to be an SAT or an ACT. Our admissions test is something you don't have to study for. I can go over those with you a little bit more. We do offer financial aid to all of our students. Since everybody's international, you all pay the same tuition. It doesn't matter where you're coming from. And most of our students have really great scholarship opportunities. I've got even scholarship opportunities for 11th grade students. We offer different kinds of accommodation depending on what kind of lifestyle you want. And again, I can go more into that. But I am out of time for now. I'm super excited to be connected today. So thank you so much. I'll drop my info in the chat and I look forward to staying connected. Have a wonderful day.
Thanks to all the panelists this evening. Hey, before we wrap up though, this afternoon, excuse me, before we wrap up, I thought I would ask them all to come back on camera and give us your favorite event or tradition on campus. So we'll go in order that we presented. So Penn State will start us off.
Yeah, absolutely. So I briefly mentioned it in the presentation, but Penn Staters are incredibly involved and active on campus. I think something like 97% of all of our students are involved in at least one student club or organization, probably more than one outside of the classroom, and they run the gamut. So whether it's Greek life, sports, music, acting, food, whatever, we have a club for you to join and get connected to other students. But for sure, the organization that Penn State is most well known for is THON, which is short for Dance Marathon. It is the largest student-run philanthropy in the world. And it is a year-long fundraising campaign which raises money that goes towards fighting pediatric cancer. It's something that a lot of Penn State students are really passionate about. Something like 16,000 of our students are involved in THON in one way or another. And it culminates in the spring in a 46-hour, no resting, no stopping dance marathon, which is amazing. We actually did a live stream virtually this past year, but hopefully we will be back to in person in the Bryce Jordan Center with live music, bands, lots of fun for a great cause. And this past year, our students alone in THON raised over $10.5 million towards that cause, which is amazing. So very proud of that.
Very nice. Jen, what do you have for us?
So if you choose to go to AUP, since we are located in France, you would have class on American holidays, but not on French holidays. So I would say one of my favorite events of the year is actually our annual Thanksgiving potluck dinner. So even though you would have class during the day, we have a giant potluck with hundreds of students, faculty, and staff who each bring your traditional Thanksgiving food like the turkey, cranberry sauce, mashed potatoes, green beans. And it's a really fun time to celebrate a part of the American culture overseas.
Very nice. Thank you. University College Dublin.
I would say our international student induction. Each of our international students will receive a UCD scarf at this event. And it's just kind of a signal that everybody's welcome into the UCD community. It's a tie between that and then any of our events surrounding St. Paddy's Day as well.
Can only imagine in Ireland. Heidi, what do you got for us?
At McDaniel, we have a tradition of ringing our memorial bell. And what we do is you ring it your first day that you start classes here at McDaniel College. We ring it, you'll ring it on your way out as you graduate. And then we also ring it, our Student Alumni Council rings it in honor of our dearly departed alumni as well. So it's a huge tradition that has been going on for over 100 years here at McDaniel.
Very nice. And then Kathleen, what about Lafayette College?
Yep. So my personal favorite I already talked to you about, which is the Lafayette Lehigh rivalry. I love that, the week that goes on with that, with the posters everywhere. But our students would tell you that one of their favorite traditions is, and events on campus, is the 1,000 nights, 100 nights dances. So 1,000 nights before graduation. So as first year students, there's a big semi-formal dance for all of them and they love it. And then when they're seniors, 100 nights before graduation, they go back to their first year residence halls before the big dance. And they talk about how fast the last 4 years have gone and they can't believe that they're about to start jobs and become adults. But it's a really nice tradition at Lafayette.
Very nice. And then IE University Spain, wrap us up.
Definitely. So I'll just go off of what I remember when I first started at IE. It was 0 weeks. So when you land in Spain with your parents, there's an entire week that is dedicated to our mentorship program, getting to know each other, checking out different places in the city. But one of my favorite things that we did was a team building activity where we cooked a giant paella dish, where we had to compete and like solve different puzzles in order to get certain food items or a knife or anything. And it was just a really fun way to get to know people from all over the world. And you just make fast friends incredibly, fast for the lack of a better word, but it's an amazing time. And I highly recommend it. So.
Very fun. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for participating and listening to the panelists. Feel free to join. We've got 2 more sessions this afternoon on behalf of StriveScan. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.